Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This video is about structure of sun. Our sun is closest star to the earth. The sun is essentially a huge burning ball of gas in the sky, only 100 million miles from earth. The majority of gas in the sun is hydrogen and helium, and it is so hot that all of these elements exist in the gaseous state. The gas is held together by gravity, which creates intense heat and pressure in the core. The sun has an interior consisting of the core, radiative zone, and convective zone. It has a visible surface called the photosphere, then the chromosphere, which usually is not visible, and the very outer layer called corona. Let's study the inner layers of the sun. Let's start at the core of the sun and work out a way outward. Like any hot ball of fire in the sky, the sun has an inner core. This is where fusion occurs. The core is the very center of the sun, where fusion occurs. The core has extremely high temperature and pressure. It is so hot that here 15 million degrees Celsius that nuclear fusion occurs. In the case of our sun, 4 hydrogen nuclei are fused into one helium nuclei. We are releasing a bunch of energy as photons. The sun produces so much energy that, according to NASA, it can melt a block of ice 1 mile wide by 2 miles long in just 1 second. The core is the hottest part of the sun and the only part of sun that produces much energy. The sun cools off as you travel from the core to the outer side, with exception of chromosphere. Next layer of sun is the radiative zone, the layer of the sun directly above the core. This zone, as you can probably guess, emit radiations, and the radiation from the core diffuses out from here. It may take photons millions of years to get out. The next layer, as we work out a way outward, is the convective zone. In this layer, photons produced by fusion in the core make their way to the surface of the sun through convection. This zone is dominated by convection currents that carry the energy produced through fusion in the sun's core outward to the surface. The convection current is when hot gas rises next to cooler gas falling, which causes movement or currents. This energy is carried by photons, which can take 2 lakh years to move from core to the sun's surface. It then takes 8 minutes for those photons to travel to Earth and provide us with energy. Outer layers of sun. The first of the outer layer of the sun is the photosphere. This is a part of the sun that we see because it emits light in our visible wavelengths. This layer is about 300 miles thick and the temperature has cooled to 5500 degrees Celsius. This is not really surface of the sun, but this is the layer that we see that looks like it is the surface. Next layer is chromosphere. The chromosphere is a layer in the sun between about 250 miles and 1300 miles above the solar surface. The temperature in the chromosphere varies between about 4000 Kelvin at the bottom and 8000 Kelvin at the top. So this layer, it actually gets hotter if you get further away from the sun unlike the lower layers where it gets hotter if you go closer to the center of the sun. Transition region. The transition region is a very narrow layer between the chromosphere and the corona, where the temperature rises abruptly from about 8,000 to about 500,000 Kelvin. Corona. The corona is the outermost layer of the sun, starting at about 1300 miles above the solar surface. That is photosphere. The temperature in the corona is 500,000 Kelvin or more, up to a few million Kelvin. The corona cannot be seen with the naked eye except during the total solar eclipse or with the use of coronagraph. The corona does not have an upper layer. Thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel Shashani Media.